We're here at Music Messe 2016 on the Shirtless stand with Stefan, who's going to show us their brand new mixer, Arthur. So, Stefan, what's the story with this mixer then? Because it's in pieces. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, it's an old idea I had. I go around since 10 years with the idea to do a real modular mixer. I saw that flexibility is a need. Musicians would like to have a mixer that they really use everything that they have on the mixer, and high quality sound is a need too. In a medium priced mixer sector, we have more or less consumer electronic mixers, but not really on a high level, and that's the idea to do this with this mixer. The mixer, you see, I already did open the mixer. The mixer is made of whatever quantity of single units. There are actually 3 input units and 3 output units. There will be some more. It's the first basic units we offer.
Okay.
The next month we are working on others. And I can explain you how to do it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, okay. It's you have a connector here. You have 2 mechanical connectors like clamps. You just put the units together in whatever sequence you want. You can mix up whatever you want. I can close it here, so we have now a completely mixer. Everything what you have to do is to close it, tighten it with 2 screws each module.
Okay.
So the mechanical thing is very simple, and in few minutes you can build up a completely mixer
And
with the choice of your units.
So can you talk us through the different units that are available then, the different strips?
Okay, we have 6, I said. We have 3 inputs, stereo, you can imagine that, stereo input. We have, this is very new, instrument input. This is a high or low impedance, unbalanced input for instrument, active instruments, for magnetic pickup, for piezo.
Yep.
You can match it by choosing the impedance. You have an input amp, and then we have the equalizer and routing as is the same way as on a microphone input.
Okay.
You have obviously a stereo input here. You have 2 filters for the stereo input. You have a stereo routing with the aux. More or less you have a unity gain to make the job easier with many line inputs. That are the inputs. The output is obviously a left-right master unit, which is a basic. If you don't need monitors or more aux, at least you have 1 aux out with 1 return, and that's the basic. You can put on it a reverb, an effect, what you need. So that would be the basic. If you need more outputs, more aux, you have an aux master with more aux, with headphone and talkback and whatever. That's the idea, that the musician or the sound engineer, whatever uses the mixer, he buys what he needs. But with the option that maybe in 3 months, in 2 years, he needs 2 microphone channels more, or whatever, he buys it, he puts it to his mixer, and he can make 7 microphone inputs or 11 or whatever he wants.
So how is it all powered then? Is it?
It's powered by an external power supply. There are three power supplies. So one power supply up to 12 units, bigger one up to 25. They are switch power supplies. They are inexpensive. We have a high-end power supply that makes 10 amps. Costs some more. This is built up for 90 units, or used even for few units to have the highest degree on no noise rail supply.
And what's the minimum number of units that you can put together, and what's the maximum number?
Okay, at least 2, an input, an output.
Sure.
If you have the yellow, the yellow is the blue one. I say, there is an idea behind. It's not a mistake.
Okay, why is it called yellow then?
And so if you have the the instrument input and the master, one master output, in this case the left-right, you have, for example, an electric guitar, electric bass, or acoustic guitar preamp with routing. If you have 3 units, for example, you have 2 microphone inputs and the left-right output, you have a stereo microphone preamp. So it makes sense, even few units. The most important, that's what we see, that's what is fascinating to have the modules. The most important thing is the sound. Who cares about the modularity or whatever?
Well, it's a useful feature anyway, the modularity, but
I'm kidding.
The sound, yeah.
But just speaking about the sound, there are slogans for audio electronic architecture like pure Class A, DC amp, high voltage. All these slogans fit with this electronic. No NFP, there are totally open loop circuits in the filters, in the summing amp. It's pure DC, there are no capacitors in the signal way. So this is the way to make audio electronic on the highest level. Now it depends also on components, many things, but the architecture is the architecture that is used for the most expensive audio devices. And that's what you get for 220 euros on one module.
Right.
That was the challenge.
It sounds it, yeah. So where's it all made? Where is all of this stuff made?
This stuff is made in Italy and in Switzerland. We have 2 production fields.
Right.
Pick and place is made in Italy, aluminium work is made in Switzerland, mechanic. So it's a combination because we have 2 companies, one in Switzerland, one in Italy, and both companies has their skill and possibilities, and so it's made there.
And how much will each of these units cost then, and when will they be available?
So the usual input unit, it's between 220 euro a unit and 240 euro the output unit.
Okay. Right, and available when?
In end of June is the first series, which is quite sold out, so we need pre-orders. But the next production will be in September.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.